Well, this executive order was issued by President Donald Trump. Within the same hour, he was sworn in for his second presidency for his second term on Monday. And we do understand this is an executive order that calls for overturning the birthright citizenship, which, as its name suggests, grants citizenship to any person who is born on U.S. soil. Now, Donald Trump's decision was essentially aiming to deny U.S. citizenship just based on the birthplace starting on February 19th. And we also understand the executive order essentially called for all U.S. agencies to stop issuing or accepting any document that would recognize that kind of citizenship for those people, for people who are born on U.S. soil. Now, this really wasn't a big surprise because Donald Trump had repeatedly criticized this birthright citizenship, this law, and he repeatedly said that once he takes office, he would essentially call for an executive order overturning it. However, as soon as he issued this order, it immediately drew a widespread criticism. It basically brought about 5 different lawsuits from a total of 22 different states and a long list of immigrant rights organizations. And we do understand, as of Thursday, today, we've also heard from a federal judge, the U.S. District Judge John Kuffiner, who, as you mentioned, said that this was blatantly unconstitutional, and therefore he temporarily blocked this decision. Now he's called for a hearing on February 6th, so that means until that day, for the next 14 days, the Trump administration will not be able to take any steps regarding that decision.
Well, we understand a constitutional, many experts say a constitutional amendment is required for the U.S. birthright citizenship to be revoked. So tell us, what are some of the difficulties or legal obstacles Donald Trump is facing to implement his executive order?
That's right. When the U.S. District Judge John Kuffiner came out with this objection, saying that this is blatantly unconstitutional, he was essentially referring to the 14th Amendment, which was ratified back in 1868. It was a measure aimed at ensuring, citizenship for former slaves. This came right after the Civil War, and the 14th Amendment says, word by word, that essentially people who are born on U.S. soil would be granted U.S. citizenship. So in his objection, Judge Kuffiner was pretty confident. He said that he's been sitting on the bench for over 4 decades now, and he went on as far as to say that, he has never seen any other case where the question presented is more clear than this. In fact, he even criticized the Department of Justice attorney Brett Shumate, asking if he personally believed that this order was constitutional. In fact, the response was yes, absolutely. So the Trump administration, the Department of Justice, and attorney Brett Shumate seems pretty confident themselves. They are saying, regardless of the 14th Amendment, they believe that this is a lawful order. And come that hearing date on February 6th, they said that they will go ahead and vigorously defend this executive order, which they say is constitutional. So there is a very clear divide here, but we will only see after February 6th whether the judge will be convinced by any of their arguments, or whether he will go ahead and put a long-term blocking for this decision.